Alright, so hello everyone, welcome back to the little Ratchet and Clank marathon I'm going to be doing right now. So we are back here on Orksign, just wrapping up everything up here. Last stream we made it up to here, did the Clank section. So now we are on our way to Pokitaru. So, select it down here. I think Pokitaru is probably one of the better levels, and I definitely really liked how they made it in the reimagining. Okay, so with Pokitaru, you definitely have a lot of those puffer fish as the main enemies. So what I want to do is I want to make use of the suck cannon a lot here. So there's a Walloper, 7,500, so obviously can't get it yet. I could have really used that on the planet where we had to get the pilot helmet for those little bomb enemies. So let's see here. I think I want to set up to where I can switch out the Glove of Doom for now. That should be good. So we gotta get this guy all the way over to the other side of the island. Now, here's where the Devastator becomes really useful. Okay, so I couldn't make it. Okay, there we go. Oh, of course I fell off. So what I want to do here is I want to do this little trick here that a lot of people do. Stand on top of this little windshield thing and just spam throwing the wrench to get all the pufferfish out of the way and make it easier. That's definitely a lot more useful. Yeah, that's one thing I gotta be careful of, is making sure not getting too close to them. Come over here. I think there is... Oh wait, no, that's the other game. There'd be Raritanium up here. Obviously don't want to do that. Oh, and this is another reason why having the Walloper is also a good thing, because you can break these steel crates instead of wasting bombs. Now we're gonna try to do this again. There we go, that's a lot easier. I have to make sure they, even though I'm still up on this windshield there, I still have to make sure they don't get too close, because they can still knock me off somehow. Here. It's definitely easier in the remake because you have a lot more movement. You can strafe and all that. So I never really understood why people say this game is either bad or it's just not as good as the others, mostly just because of the strafing. I don't think this game really needs strafing at all. I know you can sort of strafe when you get the thruster pack, but it's so bad that you can't even really count it. Strafing was never the issue really with this game at all. And I'm thinking there's a crystal over there. Oh, let me see here. I know there's a trick here where you can kind of glitch through that door, but I was never able to pull it off at all. Let's see here, 2,000 bolts for the thruster pack.
I've got.
Okay, so the thruster pack. Let's see if I can actually get the movement on it right now. Nope. Okay, so this is regular bullets. Circle is that. Let's hope I'm not on this too long here. So I am kind of bad at this. What I usually try to do here is try to take out one fleet at a time. That's not going to work out, so might as well just go around blasting the ships, hopefully get ammo from them. Just hit whatever's in the way. Yeah, see, like that, it curved. I want to get talking about other stuff as soon as I get over this. So I think the ship here actually controls a lot better than in the reimagining. It feels a lot more hard to control in the newer one actually, which is weird. Plus you have like all the unnecessary movement, like being able to do barrel rolls and such. I understand what they were trying to go for, but you know, it's just a very basic thing like this, so don't really need all that extra movement. Okay, mission complete.
Well, I guess that should do it. Here you go.
It's about time.
The O2 mask allows you to breathe underwater, in poisonous atmospheres, or even in outer space. It will auto-equip when you need it.
Breathe underwater and in bad conditions. Okay, so now I could do the route to get the rare tanium.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
I'm trying to think now if I actually need the Visibomb gun. I was about to call it a glove. And I believe I do. At least the way I play the game. So we can quickly do this right here. Luckily now I can do this. That definitely wasn't the way you should have done it. Here. Hydro Splicer. Pressing the wrong button. Okay, a trespasser puzzle. Let's see how many hours this takes. Alright, gonna go back. So let's see here. Definitely really would like the Hydro Pack. I think this is a section where you kind of need it though. Oh, okay. Let's see here. I quickly bring out the Glove of Doom. And mix that with the Pyrocitor. Make this a little bit more easier. Oh, I missed one. Another trespasser puzzle, so... I definitely need some bomb glove ammo. It's not looking good. Here is actually pretty cool in the reimagining. If you have like a weapon like the, I usually use the bouncer, but I guess you can also use the bomb glove in that game too. You can throw a bomb or a bullet from the bouncer and make all these underwater crates just explode all at once and gather a bunch of bolts. And I think this section here, where you have all these amoeboids, it's kind of a mandatory thing to actually take them all out because they are basically blocking the next door and you can't just skip past them. So let's see here. so I have to actually see this thing. Okay, so they all do go into a slot, so... Maybe try that.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Our long-range sensors track the on this planet. Our database indicates that the best...
Oh, that's right. I have to get the Veritanium from the driller guy. Hoven, so... At least I got some bolts there. So that's pretty good. Okay, so back to Orxon. Okay, so Orxon. Definitely have to be really careful on this planet because I do admit I do rush on this planet, even when I just casually play this game. So I definitely get into a spot where I'm just running into enemies and or just walking off platforms. I should have actually... I wonder if I can die and go back to the ship. Yeah, okay. That's good. See, this is what I was talking about earlier, that dying in Ratchet and Clank games isn't as bad. Because you might miss out on something, or you can get a few more bolts, or you can just go back and get something you probably forgot. So, for Orxon, what do I like to use? I have those ships I have to take out that are near the platform, so... Definitely Devastator ammo and bomb gloves. So I can take that for now. So I'm trying not to waste the Devastator ammo on these crabs. Because they're actually an enemy. I wish I had enough for the Walloper, because then I think with the Walloper on them, it's one hit. Alright. Maybe I could use the Glove of Doom. I actually should replace it with the Suck Cannon. Okay, another checkpoint here. Something that never came across my mind was when I was listening to a developer commentary for the Ratchet and Clank games, they said that you can tell when a checkpoint's coming because of a weapon vendor, and I was like, yeah, that's true actually, I never thought of that. So, let's see if I can do the air jump like that. Yeah, there we go. I want to see if I can do this skip. So you jump, jump. Nope. There's a jump you can do right here, where you can kind of skip this Magna Boot section. But you have to be so precise about it. I'm gonna try it one more time after this. Let's see. 1, 2. Nope. I think it's because I'm not getting enough height. So... I feel like I'm double jumping. Sometimes the double jumping will come out when I use the thruster pack. So let's see, it's right there, so... No. See, I can't do it. I can't ever do it. Or at least I can't do it when I want to do it. So, I think I might have to do it the boring way. Yeah, because it's not reading my button presses now. Yeah, I have to do it the boring way. So, I guess I can talk about something. You know what I can talk about? I can talk about a game that I haven't even played yet. So, let's talk about Starfield. So, I did have an interest in playing Starfield, and I do know that it's on Game Pass right now, I believe. Maybe it's not anymore. I was very close to actually buying it. Because I do have an interest in what the game is actually like, and but the problem is that I'm not really into Bethesda's games at all. I've tried playing them, but for some reason I just can't get into them. Yeah, I played Fallout 3, and I thought it was just okay. Birds. Yeah, I played Fallout 3. I thought it was just okay. I never actually beat it though. So that was that. I played a little bit of New Vegas, but that was obviously by a completely different developer. I think New Vegas was actually the Fallout game I actually got the furthest in before I dropped it. I hate this section here. If you don't get the movement right, it's really not hard, but it's definitely challenging. Yeah. I knew that was going to happen. See, this is why the Walloper is a good weapon. So I'm going to have to start spamming bombs right now. Or for those birds on the ramp, I would have gotten it. I really don't get why I can't reach that. It's right there. So lame, though. Anyway, back what I was talking about before this Borefest. So I played Fallout 4, and Fallout 4 is definitely the game I really wanted to try my best to get into. I played it multiple times, but I haven't even gotten to like the 3rd chapter, I believe. Because it's just not for me. It's one of those games where you have to be very precise about everything. I don't really want to do that in those type of games. See, like, this is where I'm going to die. I have to reload. This is bad. Orxon has probably the weirdest setup ever. So I might have to waste bomb gloves on here. It's gonna be one of these type of levels. You have to throw a bomb, back off a little bit, then we can continue. I think this is probably like the one level where strafing would be handy. I have 40 bomb gloves, so I'm gonna try not to drag this level out, because 1 bomb glove. Alright, so no one's here, so I can talk however I want. So yeah, played Fallout 4. I actually got Fallout 4 on release day. And yeah, I just can't get into it. The first sign was when you had to invade like a museum to save people. And I didn't like how the guns felt. I didn't like how scarce the ammo was. I think that's probably one of the biggest problems I have with those games is everything just feels so scarce. You can't really do as much as you want unless you play by the game's rules and do everything perfect. You know, I like games where it's more like this. Oh, okay, here we go. There's the first ship right now, so... See, this is where the Visibomb would be useful too. Can I hit him from this distance? Yes, I can. Oh, that's right, though. He takes a couple hits, though. Yeah, Orkson is definitely the slowest planet. It's not as bad, though, if you have the Visibomb glove, because I think the Visibomb glove is one hit with these ships. I definitely know I don't have enough for a health upgrade too. Okay, so no one's watching this stream, so I can talk however I want about Bethesda games. Here. Finally get those bolts. Now it's... I have to go back to where that checkpoint was. Go to the other side. I think. I should actually check the map first. Yeah, because that is where the vending machine is. So we'll do that really quick. So yeah, I basically don't like the Fallout games. I tried playing them, I tried getting into them. I tried multiple times with Fallout 4. I just don't get them. So it's Starfield now. I actually don't. No, I actually want this. Need this. This. Trigger the checkpoint. And now we can restart. I think a ship like this is probably the one kind of an enemy where strafing is kind of needed. But at the same time, as long as you're fast enough, you can get them. I guess it's more of a skill thing then. I can't reach that. Okay, so with Starfield, again, it's one of those games where people say it's either a good game or they just think it has a lot of problems with it. I personally, even though I'm not really into Bethesda games all that much, I still actually want to try it somehow. To, you know, kind of make up my own decision, but what I've heard so far is that some people are kind of disappointed by it. Let's see here. I really want to try it out, mostly because I want to see how much really they put into something like the ship customization and what they actually do with it. If it actually matters to the game, or if it's just kind of for show and just to say that they had a really, you know, a big feature for the game was ship customization and base building. So I've been listening to a podcast about it, and one of the complaints I've heard was that it's kind of one of those games where after you beat the main story, you can't really go back and do like if you skipped a side mission or two, you can't really go back and play them because the game just kind of ends. And you would kind of have to do them all over New Game Plus. So I wonder how true that really is, though. Because again, if you're listening to that information from a podcast, you know, it's kind of one of those things where you have to experience it for yourself, see if that's actually true or not. I don't know, maybe if it stays on Game Pass for a while, I'll get around to playing it. But for now, it's just it kind of feels what it always looked like, just another Fallout game but in space. I heard that there's a lot of glitches and the piracy are out. So here's a news article that is from 2 days ago called, this is from IGN, it says, Spider-Man 2 spoilers have arrived. And in one of the ways that there are spoilers is because of the trophy listings.
This dispenser also carries ultra nano.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to get a lot of the weapons I really want.
Ultra nano.
Now, I kind of think that's why reading about a game you're kind of really anticipated for is kind of a bad idea, because now even when, you know, a news site even addresses that there are spoilers out there, that news article can still spoil the spoilers. Because they have to go too in depth on it. And one of the ways that they are claiming that Spider-Man 2 is being spoiled is because of the trophy listings. I kind of think that's why the developers or whoever makes the trophies for these games shouldn't go really too in depth when it comes to developing the trophies for the games. I think they should just stick to very basic descriptions. Or just say something very basic, like, you know, you beat chapter 2 or whatever. You know, you don't have to say, you know, you defeated, you know, what's their face at the whatever this place is. I think just keeping it more simple would definitely prevent a lot more situations like this. And another thing from this news article is talking about when they revealed that there's going to be fall damage in the game as well. I personally don't think the game needs fall damage at all, because one, it's, you know, it's just a, you know, it's a superhero game. It's supposed to just be fun and, you know, make believe and all that. I don't think we really need to add something like fall damage into something like a Spider-Man game, because I don't even think the Spider-Man 2 on PS2 had fall damage on there. But like they said, luckily you can turn it on and off. I know I am definitely gonna be turning it off, because I like the first one a lot, and I honestly think that would make the game a lot more annoying to play, especially if you're in a fight where you kind of have to make use of being in the air. so you know you're forgetting that you're actually in the air because you're in the middle of a fight. And then all of a sudden, you take damage, or if you accidentally die, you know, it can kind of just ruin the experience a little bit. Oop, I gotta time this right. Yeah, I'm not at the right angle for this. Okay, you gotta go bolt in there. And of course, back to the spoiler part of that article. They of course are saying that a lot of the information is being spread on Twitter or X or whatever it's called this week. That's definitely why I don't use. That's definitely one of the main reasons why I don't use social media as much, because you know you're gonna get a bunch of assholes spoiling stuff. I can think of two recent situations where that actually happened. It was actually with Rift Apart. You know, when that game was coming out, you know, I wanted to check on, you know, Insomniac's Twitter page and all to see, you know, if there are any new trailers recently. But of course, you're getting all the people that either steal or get the game somehow early. Just basically posting up a bunch of low quality videos or whatever. Or they're posting it on like sites like 4chan too. And trying to claim it as something else. Hydro Displacer. And another event where a social media almost spoiled something, and it was actually YouTube that actually spoiled it too. It was when Rayman the Rayman DLC for Sparks of Hope was coming out. People were just posting like a lot of screenshots from the game, and on YouTube there was thumbnails of Rayman with the Shock Rocket power-up. So that basically spoiled some of the game for me. But I think this is why I think developers should just be, you know, just kind of quiet about what they post even on their social media. I understand that's part of the marketing. There's a difference between marketing your game and spoiling a selling point of your game. So, you know, just keep posting really basic stuff like trailers and all that. You don't have to go too in-depth. Or if you're going to develop trophies and you know that the information is going to get put onto trophy sites, you know, make the descriptions of trophies very basic. Because that, or else you're just going to keep getting these articles written about people spoiling the game. Let's see here. Yeah, I forget this puzzle a lot. That's not good at all. Here's one from a couple days ago too. Netflix mails its final DVD to customers, marking the end of an era. I never even used Netflix back then either. I think the one time I ever had an interest in Netflix was when the Wii was out and you could get one of their discs in the mail for free, and then you could use that disc as sort of like a web browser for the site. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, other than that, I never had Netflix. I probably had it like as a trial for like a week, but I never used it. Because a lot of the shit on Netflix just doesn't interest me at all. Just looks like a bunch of garbage. Ooh, Ooh, suck cannon would be good here. I think I should, actually. I feel like I should replace the bomb glove with the suck cannon, but I know there's going to be a situation here where I kind of need it. Okay, so here is another article I'd like to look at. It's Counter-Strike 2 players express disappointment. Many of the key features from Go is missing. That doesn't surprise me at all. You really expect them to put out a game, especially a game like Counter-Strike in this day and age, to where it's a quote-unquote fully complete game. I wouldn't be surprised if they're treating CS2 as, like, you know, Fortnite or whatever other garbage. I still need to check the game out though, to kind of just see exactly what they're doing though.
I'm a little robot.
You're funny too.
Yeah? Looks aren't everything.
You be nice. I think I got something
Oh yeah, and that's
special
right.
for
I'm
you.
reading the article right now. It
Would you
says
like
that
a hydro pack
Counter-Strike 2
upgrade?
completely replaced
be quite
global operation, global offensive. That is true. I remember seeing that in my Steam page.
There you go. Your hydro.
And I don't know. It's just one of those type of games where I have to play it first to see exactly what all the complaints are about. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they're treating it like something like Warzone or Fortnite. Have to get closer. These Blark ships are coming through. And there's apparently server issues with the game too. So here's kind of one that's a little recent, sort of relevant. PlayStation was hacked again. That sucks. And it does suck for anyone who maybe got their information stolen, but so far nothing on my end happened. But yeah, hopefully the ones that did get affected, they didn't have anything too important stolen. I just don't get why it's always like this. Sort of happens like what, every 5 years or so with Sony. They get hacked. So I don't really know. PlayStation Plus is apparently adding new games too. Oops, didn't want to do this. See, this is why it's good to have some more extra health. Because now if you have to retreat a little bit, switch a weapon, you can at least take some damage without it being a big deal. So we're on Hoven, so we still have 3 more plants, and then, well, 3 if you're including direct ship. Then we go all the way back to Velden. Okay, so here's another article I can talk about. I can at least, not really talk about, just more like examine. Spider-Man 2 accessibility features have been announced. I'm kind of on the fence about this whole accessibility features thing, because like it's not really that big of a deal to me. But some people kind of make them out to be you know, like they're dumbing down the game a little bit. I think I should restart this actually. I'm not doing it right. Yeah, I think some people, well, I'm on the fence about it. I think some people also kind of say that, you know, they say the accessibility features dumb down the game. That really depends on what features that they're putting into the game. Because, like, if there's, like, an accessibility feature to where it's basically press one button to win the entire game, or to win against, like, a boss fight or something, I think that's kind of making it a little too... I think that's kind of pushing your boundaries on what you can call accessibility features. I mean, rebinding the controller button inputs, I think is perfectly fine. You know, and stuff like making text bigger, or I would even say having some text read to you is fine. But again, if you're basically having it to where it's press one button to win an entire fight, I think that's where you're pushing your limits on what you can call accessibility features. Because I think they did it right in something like Rift Apart, to where you had enough accessibility features, but you know the game wasn't, you know, press one button to win it. I think the one thing, and it's actually weird because I did test out a lot of the accessibility features in Rift Apart. I'm gonna die if I'm not paying attention. It also goes to the entire thing of, well, if you don't like them, don't use them.
We must get to the moon base.
You still have to keep in mind that developers actually had to sit down and make them, when that time could have been used for something else. But usually that's a completely different section of development. And it doesn't help when they usually talk about, if they talk about like the accessibility features in like a video or something, it doesn't help when they use presenters that are just very punchable. You know, they look like the biggest assholes in the world, and they just look like they have the most punchable faces. You know, if you want to talk about accessibility features, you know, get people that actually look presentable to talk about it.
I did not.
Yeah, I'm fine with the accessibility features. I think I sometimes use them. But the most I've ever used for an accessibility feature is when they have the option to make the subtitles bigger. Everything else I just kind of leave alone. Let's see if I can actually shoot them. No, you can't use these guys to shoot the towers. So I can't really waste any Devastator ammo in this section here. Because I have to take out these towers and you have the little Blark ships that come out. Yeah, going back to accessibility features, I don't know, like, would you really count, like, difficulty select being an accessibility feature? Because I saw, like, there was an argument going on where they were saying that, you know, difficulties is also being implemented into that accessibility feature argument. And it's kind of a thing for me now, personally, where I have been playing a lot more modern games on the easiest difficulty. One, mostly because I suck, and two, it's mostly due to a time thing. You know, if you're playing a game where, you know, you sort of have to one, a lot of cutscenes, and two, you know, combat that kind of drags out a little longer than it should. You know, and you don't really have a lot of time to play the game. It's definitely when I put it on easy mode. So I don't know. I guess I'm a bad person for doing that anyway. Oh, there's where it went. No, that goes over here. Gotta shoot all these guys out here first. Ooh, gotta be careful. Alright, 20 Devastator ammo. I actually thought I was less than that. Spam here. I think it's 3 actually. 1, 2. No, it's 2. 1, 2. Shoot one here. Just to trigger these barrels. Okay, let's see here. What to do? Now here is where I'm definitely going to miss out on a gold bolt because I did not take out a tower that unlocks an electric field here. Let's see here, what health am I at? 5? No, 4. I should have got that health. I gotta be more careful in my jumping. Because I'm spamming the jump button right now and it's obviously not reading it because I'm in the middle of the flip animation. So we're gonna go all the way over here. Xbox just made it easier to upload your clips to OneDrive. I talked about this earlier before. When I had to reset my PC, OneDrive, I deleted a OneDrive folder and I couldn't really use my PC as much as I needed to because I was trying to access a folder that I needed for some documents, and it said because I deleted the OneDrive folder, it was not being read as a drive. So that's what I had to reset my entire computer for, was to get that reinstalled into the computer. Because I did just locally reinstall it from the Microsoft website. But even then, it wasn't reading it. So I had to factory restore, get up to like the setup screen, but then, you know, just claim that the laptop wasn't connected to the internet. Then made the setup for that a lot more easier. So yeah, I don't believe in all this, you know, cloud shit. Because personally for me, it's nothing but trouble. I barely understand it, even though I really should. You know, I am like basically the target audience for all this cloud bullshit, but no, I don't understand it at all. It doesn't work half the time for me. So I'd rather just keep everything local on a hard drive. You know, I'd rather waste money on hard drives than ever to use something like the cloud. And you know, I don't do any of that streaming shit. Like, I tried streaming a game on Xbox and PlayStation. Doesn't work. Terrible experience. I even have pretty good internet too. So I will never understand why companies still try to keep pushing this whole cloud thing. Because we are not ready for... I don't think North America is ready for, you know, streaming and cloud shit just yet. Especially when there's like data caps and all that still around. And you know, not everyone has the greatest internet, so even if you can access something from a cloud hard drive, doesn't mean it's always going to work. Now there is a skip here where you can actually, if you time your flip jumps, you can actually bypass all those little turrets there by the large soldiers, but I only ever managed to do it like twice. So we are going to have to do this the hard way. So unlock that, and now can supposedly chain all these exploding barrels into the soldiers, but it doesn't work half the time. I forgot. See, like an area like here is where the Fizzabomb is definitely useful. See if I can hit this guy right here. Yep, just barely managed to do it. So we are almost done with the nebula. What am I missing here? Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. You can shoot them from the back over here. See, like, that's another section where if you're good enough, you can do like side flips with the thruster pack and just go over all their bullets. But for time's sake, we are definitely not going to do that. See, I can't get it right. I think it's because I'm not holding the analog stick in a certain position when you do the flip. Okay, so this is basically a big ambush section. So I'm gonna want the Glove of Doom to replace the Bomb Glove for right now. I'm gonna take out all of these Swarmer, or all these little devices that are coming out at first. Now, use the Pyrocer. Oops, soldiers there first of all. What am I at on health? 3 health yet. Some nanotech there. Okay, so these guys is why I want the Glove of Doom out. So now, trying to make sure I get within the radius of Pyrocity. So I am definitely not getting close enough to them to where the fire can be counted as a hit. Go over here. So here's one. Disney Plus is to begin password sharing. Crackdown. I mean, I will admit I am currently subscribed to Disney Plus as of this stream. But what actually happened was I actually did cancel it because it was too expensive. It's definitely getting too expensive. When they keep updating the price on it, you know, it's definitely to the point of ridiculousness. Let's see if I can do the skip here. No. Uh-oh, I might have to do the boring ship battle.
Thank you.
Oh, that triggered it. Okay. That's good. But yeah, anyway, back to Disney Plus. It is definitely too expensive of a service right now, especially for what they're offering. I mostly use the service just to watch like a bunch of you know, old like 90s cartoons and you know, like some of the early 2000s cartoons and even some of the sitcoms a little bit. And the movies are also okay there too, but when articles were coming out saying that, you know, this movie is edited, this movie is edited, that's sort of like, well, that's why you should always own the physical version of these movies. So you don't get garbage like that. And yeah, all their like original shows that they make for the service, you know, I have zero interest in. I have zero interest in, you know, Marvel shit, Star Wars. You know, I haven't watched anything Star Wars related since what, episode 3. So you know, all these shows and all these movies that come out, you know, I haven't watched the sequel trilogy at all, and I kind of don't want to because it just looks annoying. And there's. Let's see. Oh, don't have Clank. So, yeah, all these new shows that they are putting out that are Star Wars related. You know, I've heard that that's the only reason people even subscribe to the service at all. So I did actually have to cancel my Plus subscription because of it being too expensive. What actually happened was I recently changed email addresses for kind of personal reasons and sort of business related reasons. I have a thing was, when I logged into my Disney Plus account, I logged in, but it was basically saying if you even want to get into your account settings, you have to subscribe to the service to even access your account settings, which I think is bullshit. So what I had to do was, there was an offer for where you get a month for like $7. So unfortunately, just to get the email address changed, I had to subscribe for $7. So it was a basic plan with ads. This section's kind of hard right here. That's right. It doesn't help that the ship goes away too. Okay. Got boosted up there. So yeah, unfortunately, I had to pay $7 just to get into my Disney Plus account, just to change an email address, but I at least immediately canceled it after that, so I definitely won't get charged. Hopefully I don't get charged for another month. No. Oh, it's 3. Yeah, these are the ships that are 3. Okay, so I am out of Devastator ammo. See, what am I at for health? So here, I am not sure if I want to get the PDA. I know I should probably go after the PDA, but I am not really sure. I mostly want to see how far I can get with time. Because I am an hour in, so I think that's pretty good.
Now,
Alright, core 2. Find out more about the Ultramech.
Well, I guess Quark didn't eliminate them.
How observant of you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so first off, I'm trying to think if I really need the Hydro Pack. But I feel like for this playthrough at least, I don't feel like I really do.
You'll need the Gadgetron Hologuise to
Okay, so those guys go down with one Hyper Strike. I usually forget. I thought it was, for some reason I keep thinking it's 2 with them. Oh, yeah, this is bad. I need Glove of Doom. Let's see here, and you get the device later on. Oh, that was my fault. I should have cleared out the room. Alright, so Giant Clank. Okay, so this section's kind of long, so I guess what I don't know. I'm not really sure what to talk about. So I guess we can talk about the games I have pre-ordered right now. But it is pretty busy. So first off, I think it's coming out this week. Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Press the triangle button to unleash an atomic energy blast.
I am kind of excited for it because they claim that it's supposed to be going back to like how the more traditional Assassin's Creed games are supposed to be. It's not like Origins, Odyssey, or Valhalla. So I am kind of excited for it because I liked Origins, but I could not get into Odyssey. I actually hated Odyssey, and Valhalla I basically quit on. I had no idea what the hell was going on in that game. I hate how the combat is. I hate how everything has limitations. So, you know, you can't go into this area because you didn't unlock it. Okay, I unlocked the area, but you still can't play this section of the game because you're not leveled up yet. You know, it's one of those games where they're putting more of the RPG mechanics into a game like Assassin's Creed, and Assassin's Creed games do not need that. It just makes the games more annoying to play. And it also doesn't help that especially in Valhalla, because Valhalla was a launch title for PS5. You know, I wanted to give the game a chance because I hated Odyssey, but I loved Origins. So I thought, you know, it can't be that. Maybe they fixed some of the shit that was in Odyssey, but nope, it was the same exact bullshit that Odyssey had. So when they say that they are going back to how a traditional Assassin's Creed game is supposed to be played, I really hope they do mean that, to where it's more like 2.
Well, no.
And they don't have in any RPG mechanics for the game in there. You know, just let it play out like 2 was. You know, if you want to unlock a new area, the only thing you really have to worry about is having enough powerful weapons or clearing out the area to unlock the viewpoint to expose more of the map. You know, it shouldn't have to be, you know, one of those games where you have to be, you know, this level to get to this section of the game. And it didn't help that in Valhalla, it wasn't giving me any missions to where I could upgrade. I remember the exact point in Valhalla where I completely just gave up on the game. It was a mission where I had to search for an object in a certain area. It was a highlighted area. I think it was in like a field or a village type of section of the game. The game was basically saying to go to this area to find a item. I went into the highlighted area to find the item, and the item wasn't there. So I looked up how you had to do the mission, and
I got some great bargains for you today.
I still couldn't find the item. So I think I got locked out of the mission by a glitch or something. And so yeah, I was like, no, fuck this, I'm done with the game. I uninstalled it. I did waste my time and actually tried to play the game again. I know, it's the same problem. And the exact same mission and the exact same problem. So I gave up on Valhalla and I actually went back to play 4
Hi there, Fuzzball.
and Rogue Remastered, and 4 was definitely a lot better. There were a couple of missions where it was kind of annoying, and the movement in the game was very annoying at certain points. So like if you're trying to bounce off a wall to I have to be careful with these guys. Yep. Sorry, I was trying to get the timing on these guys. But so yeah, like in 4, if there was like a section of the game where you had to wall jump to get to a different platform, I wasn't exactly reading it, or if it was you were bouncing off the wall to at the wrong direction. Okay, so side note, this is not where you get cards, this is not where you get a bolt. This here is just for a gold bolt right here, so I'm just gonna skip it for now, because like I said, this run is not 100%, this is not super duper awesome time. This is just a very casual playthrough of the game. Oh, you know what? So yeah, because this isn't super duper awesome 100% runtime, I definitely missed out on the Walloper. Walloper is definitely very useful in this section here. But so yeah, anyway, back to Assassin's Creed 4. I did like the game. There were definitely a couple of frustrating missions where I wanted to drop the game again. The one thing that everybody kind of agreed on with that game was that the boating missions were really good. I personally disagree with them. I think they were way too annoying. I think they were way too hard too. And it's definitely a section in the game where, you know, it's one of those, you gotta be a specific rank to play in this area. And I don't like that at all. I don't like getting locked out of areas because you're not leveled up enough. It's definitely an annoying thing about games I'm starting to hate, because again, it's kind of going back to the whole thing where I personally don't have a lot of time, so rather than just playing the game, you usually get stuck in a session where you're doing missions or you have to grind, and you know, it's not fun. But other than that, the game was still fun though. Okay, so this section I'm going to die. Yeah, it's because of those guys. If I had the Visibomb, I can't afford the Walloper, I definitely know that.
That's a real beauty.
See, like this would be a section where having the PDA would be useful, but the PDA charges more, so it's kind of pointless at the same time. Glow of Doom.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Now I am completely empty. This is actually the first time I ran out of bolts. So Pyrocitor is 2 hits on these dummies, so I have to be very careful navigating. So yeah, anyway. Assassin's Creed 4 was definitely a lot more fun than fucking Valhalla. And in Odyssey, the one thing I hated about Odyssey were these mandatory missions where you're sort of like in a battle, and you know, it's your alliance against against an enemy alliance there. And I believe it was timed, but the way it was played out, I didn't think was very fun at all. And I actually got into a glitch where you know, you have to take out the entire horde of enemies. The problem was, though, it wasn't counting. Like, each enemy I killed wasn't counting towards the more of the victory of the land that you can overtake in that arena. But I finally managed to get by it, and I was like, okay, this is just an exhausting game to play, so I'm not even going to bother trying it. So that's kind of what made me give up on Odyssey. And I'm not even that upset that I basically rage quit on Valhalla, because the game starts off really well, but then it just once you get to like the first homestead where you have to like talk to all the people that are within that village, that's where the game kind of goes down, because when you have to mandatorily talk to NPCs for something, that's when you know that the game is introducing mechanics that you don't really care about at all. You know, it's like talk to this NPC and play a mini game that you don't care about. So yeah, hopefully.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Oh man, how long ago was this comment? Hello, random gaming. Is this the Ratchet and Clank going commando? No. This is the first one.
I got some great bargains for you today.
I am going to play Ratchet 2 next, though. Oh, whoops, I forgot this section. You know what? Because there is a bolt here in the reimagining. I feel like I unfortunately have 2016 game a lot more memorized than this, which is definitely not good. That's a really bad sign. And it's sad too, because I prefer this one over the 2016 game. Okay, so target. Go down over here. Okay, I gotta concentrate on this next section here because I only have 2 Glove of Dooms. And then after this is kind of like the hardest part in the game. Yeah, I'm gonna die. See, this is not good. Not good at all. Oh, you can't even go in first person mode. Yeah, I don't know why I'm being careful at all. Just fuck. I should have had a vendor there. Not even as a checkpoint, just as to have a vendor there. Oh, let's see if I can get him on the frame? No, because they have pyrocitors, so they kind of have the advantage. They're going down with one hyper strike though, so definitely have to be careful because of that. Okay, so this part's not fun. So you know what I do here usually? How many Devastators do I have? I want to take out these bombs first. See what I can do with these guys before they start shooting. Yeah, see? There we go. Now is when I can use the... See, this is like the main reason why I at least wanted to get the Visibomb. Because of this section right here. This section is annoying. See here. Down is up, up is down. So get the ship. Now carefully make sure you get these guys. Oh, I hope that doesn't angle to where it hits me. Oh, fuck. Because you have to do this again on Velden. At least the way I play it. I have to do this again on Velden. Hide behind a piece of solid collision and slowly take them all out. There's one more bomb there. Oh, whoops. I can replace the Glove of Doom for now. So try to not miss like that. And I think that is it, and that's good enough for me. $14. It's fine if I waste one more ammo. How do I want to do this? I'm trying something new here. Let's see what I have. So, Pyrocitor is a little too risky. I could try to Bomb Glove. I just have to make sure I get the arc on it high enough. Alright, pretty good. Let's gather up these bolts here, and then we can do the second race. Okay, so now I have the booster, so hopefully this doesn't take too long. Oh, I hit that and it didn't count. That's good. Look at the gates here. So the gates in the 2016 game, I actually think are harder to get. Because you have to do even more of like a really awkward turn just to bypass them. especially if you're going at like a really fast speed. Ugh. Second place, okay. I'm at second place now, so kind of have to concentrate a little here. This is I'm definitely not doing good. I always thought how it was kind of weird in the 16 game that where if you crash into crates, it also counts towards again a boost. It like adds some to your boost gauge, so. Oh man, I almost thought that wasn't gonna read my jump there. Pretty good.
Megatron.
Yeah. I almost thought I had to restart that race. Okay, so I am personally done with Kalibo 3 right now. Because we got the main item to progress through the game, so again, for time, we're just going to continue on 4. Because I have to save up a couple bolts for Drex Fleet.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Because Drex Fleet is definitely the hardest part of the game, especially if you're going after that one specific skill point where you can't get detected. And let's see here, where am I at on time? Pretty good so far. So I guess I can talk about Assassin's Creed a little bit more. So yeah, other than just being disappointed with the previous 2 games, again, Mirage is like a game that I haven't really been looking up a lot of news and information about so far. Again, mostly because of spoilers and oops. Oh, here's one thing. I have to switch out. I'm gonna switch out the Hydro Displacer for now. Oh, whoops, that triggered it. Got too close there. But yeah, other than that, I hope Mirage is good. You know, again, they say that it's supposed to be like the previous games before Origins, and I really hope that's true because I don't want to be fooled for a 3rd time, because then that's just wasting money. Uh-oh. That wasn't high enough. So one weird thing about it is, when I ordered it from Amazon, there was actually 2 choices of a purchase you can make. You can get one for like $50, and one for just the standard of $60. I wanted to go with the $50 one, but Amazon wasn't given a option for same-day delivery on that one. So I just went with the $60 version. So what else do I have on pre-order right now? I have Super Mario Brothers Wonder on pre-order as well too. I really hope the game is good. From what I've seen of the gameplay, it looks kind of It's one of those games where it looks like it has a lot going on at once. Because from the, I've mostly been seeing co-op co-play and co-op co-play. I've mostly been seeing co-op gameplay of the game, and it seems like there's just a lot going on. And there, of course, is that feature where users can interact with other users and play stuff on the maps and stuff to kind of get power-ups or just emotes, I think. I've seen gameplay of that with basically with that connection feature on, and the game just looked kind of like a mess like that. At least I think, because it's like there's like this sort of thing where it's supposed to look like a chat, but it's more of a description of like if you pick up a power-up from this user or whatever. And you know, the game's already like flashing colors, so it's like a game that's has a lot of flashing colors going on and like a somewhat sort of chat on screen going on at the same time. It just looks kind of obnoxious to me. So I know I'm still picking the game up, but I definitely know I am turning off any online features that thing has. I would have gotten a... I feel like I should restart. Oh wait, actually no, I can. What I can do right here is launch a Visibomb and take all these fuckers out. The controls. See, he's alerted, but he has no idea where I am, so that'll make it a bit easier. I definitely have really bad bulk count right now. 6,000, that's not good for this section. Because this is where the game starts to give the player a challenge. No, I think I'm gonna die now. Alright, so, fuck, I'm out of Visibombs, so... And I'm out on Devastators. I think I have to restart this entire section, actually. Unless there is another checkpoint coming up soon. So yeah, anyway, back to Mario Wonder. Yeah, the game with the online features, the game just looks like a mess to me. You know, it looks just very hyper and not in a good way. So when I pick up that game, it's definitely going to be as much offline as possible, so you don't have to see any of those weird-ass features. And the whole thing about the new Mario voice in that game, I think it's kind of dumb, like why they're hiding the new voice actor to where you have to see the credits, you know. Cause that just kind of means that they know that the original voice actor is better. You know, I think they should just get kind of people prepared for the new voice and just say who it is. And you know, just... You know, and have the person come out and just say, you know, have them introduce themselves and, you know, have them say a couple lines as the Mario voice. You know, just so that people can get used to them. As opposed to maybe, like, saying, you know, wait till the game comes out and, you know, people might not even like the voice at all. so they kind of... But so far what I've seen, a lot of people are kind of saying that the new voice is okay. I personally don't think it is all that great. You know, you can definitely tell that it's a first time doing something like that. There are definitely moments in certain phrases where it sounds completely off. And, you know, and also people were trying to defend, saying that, you know, Mario didn't sound like that all the way back in like the early 90s or even in Mario 64. I guess for right now they're just trying to do everything they can to defend the voice. I personally don't like it at all. But the Luigi voice, from what I've heard, it's actually not too bad. It kind of sounds the same. At the same time, you can definitely tell it's completely different. And I don't know if it's the same person doing the voice for Wario, but I really don't like the Wario voice either. Because in the new WarioWare game I'm picking up as well, it was a completely new voice actor at the time, which I kind of thought when they first showed off the game in the Direct, because Wario sounded completely off.
Hi there, Fuzzball. That's
But yeah, they confirmed that, and it was like, here we go. I am still excited for Mario Wonder, so hopefully there's a lot to it. But it looks like there is, because from what I've seen of like the map screenshots and gameplay, it's supposed to kind of like be a 3D world a little bit. Okay, so this section here is definitely one of the slowest points in the game. So I think the one thing the newer game improved was definitely these sections. Because at least by this point within the game, you would have a lot more weapons that could make the situation like this of sneaking past the guards and taking them out easier. A lot of these weapons I think aren't really all that useful, with the exception of the Devastator and the Tesla Claw. And the suck cannon for the Robo-Mutts. Okay. Maybe we should move this over a little bit. And another game I have pre-ordered right now is, of course, Spider-Man 2. That's definitely a game, because of the articles I just talked about. It's definitely another game where I haven't looked at it at all. Gotta wait for them to go back in. Alright, got him. The edition I pre-ordered is the PS5 Launch Edition. I'm not really exactly sure what that means. I actually can't look at it right now. I wonder, like, do I get, like, just a bunch of costumes and such, or does it come with, like, weapons? Or, no, it comes with, yeah, it's kind of basic. It just says, you know, costumes and a couple gadget and skill points. So I guess it's pretty standard. I definitely know I wasn't going to get the most expensive version of that game. I definitely have to switch out Visibomb for Gulf of Doom right now. Now they caught me. Oh, this section is fun. These electric balls are definitely fun too. No, of course they can't. Oh, they kind of can. Have to hide in here. So they basically took out all the mutts. I think it's just this one guy. Yeah, I definitely need to practice using the Devastator more because I am... No! Fuck! Hide. Damn it. This section is fun. Oh boy. Yeah, anyway, I assume. Let's just see here. Get the hollow guys on. Let's inch our way over. But yeah, I'm sure Spider-Man 2 is going to be really good. I really enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed it so much I actually went and got all the well, the game wasn't easy platinum. I did actually get all the DLC for it and got all the trophies in that too. When they do the DLC for this game, I hope it's a lot better than the first game's DLC, because it was... The story on it was okay, and the missions on it were okay, but the main thing about the DLC was definitely the screwball missions, I believe the character's name was. And they weren't fun. I didn't like them at all. They were just kind of boring and frustrating. So hopefully in this one, they kind of keep that character, because I think they confirmed they are bringing that character back. But I hope they don't say, you know, a lot of the side missions are these challenges, because the challenges aren't fun. I personally think the challenges aren't fun. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I could aim a Devastator at the robot, but you know it's going to go directly to the dogs. I'm trying to think what the limitation of weapons I have right now. So get out of there. Wait for the alarm to go off. I think that's all of them. And now, I believe I have to inch my way up to this final guy. Yep. Okay, so here's a game I'm kind of on the fence about, is the new Sonic game that's coming out. Sonic Superstars. I'm kind of on the fence about it because I do like the Sonic games, but I'm not really sure how long the game is yet, and they want $60 for it. So if it's kind of like one of those games where it's really short, but the main idea of it is to just, you know, replay it a lot with the different characters, I don't know, that just kind of seems like not really a purchase for me, personally. I mean, I can maybe, if it comes to PC, there probably are other ways I can play it. But for now, it's just kind of a game that I'm on the fence about. Because what I've seen from it so far, it seems pretty basic. But of course, the gimmick is that you have all these characters you can use to get through the levels. So I don't know. I think if the game was like maybe $30 at launch, I definitely would pick it up day one. But for right now, I'm just kind of on the fence about it. But I'm sure I'll pick it up eventually. I do eventually want to pick up Sonic Frontiers though too, but it's kind of the same thing. I think the one thing that turned me off from that game completely was the open world aspect of it. Like I said before, you know, I don't really have a lot of time to play games as much now, so when I heard that that game was an open world Sonic game, I was like, yeah, no. You know, Sonic's not about open world to me. You know, I'm more of the person that kind of prefers the traditional 2D Sonic games. You know, all these new gimmicks that they keep coming out with them just don't really click with me. Although I did like Sonic Unleashed. And I think the last Sonic game I ever played was what was the game called? It was Sonic Forces, I believe. Sonic Forces? The one where you could make your own character. And it brought back classic Sonic. And I also have Sonic Mania, but I only played like the first level on it, so I can't really say anything about it. Now we can get past all of those. I am interested in the Super Mario RPG remake that they are doing because I never actually got the chance to play that game. And I do have a Super NES Classic or Mini. And I think that game came preloaded on it. Or did I have to put it on there? No, it had to come on it. So I am interested in playing that game. I actually really want to play the SNES Mini version of that game for a stream over on Twitch eventually. That game always looked very interesting to me, and you know, a lot of people really like it. And I'm okay with the whole turn-based thing. It's definitely not a turn-off for me. And of course, when I do get the chance to play it again, I'll get to be able to understand why a lot of people like the character of Geno. Because they are always saying that, you know, that's a character that needs to be in Smash Brothers. And I personally never understood why. But hopefully, yeah, see, 40,000. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get it.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Hit the Walloper. So yeah. Building, we are almost done for this session. Which is cool. I made a lot of good time on this. I am somewhat happy with this run. So yeah, back to Mario. So I think the most recent Nintendo Direct, they announced a remake of
I got some great bargains for you today.
Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door.
That's a real beauty.
I am definitely picking that up because picking up that game for my GameCube was actually one of the games I still have to get. But unfortunately, because it's a Nintendo game. They are definitely overpricing that game for what it's worth on sites like eBay and such. And I know they are making a couple of changes to the game. So, since I never really got the chance to play that game, I have played the game, but I think I've only like ever rented it once from like Blockbuster. Because I got a GameCube pretty late in its lifetime. I think I know a bundle of GameCube I got too. I remember I even remember the bundle I got for my GameCube. It was from Kmart, and it was a Mario Party 7 GameCube bundle where it came with the game, the microphone, and the console, and 2 controllers. And it was all of that for $100 at Kmart. And I still have it. It was a... I don't even think it came with a memory card though. Let's see, I remember getting that bundle for $100 at Kmart, which was really cool. And I unfortunately didn't have a lot of GameCube games at the time because the area I live at is kind of weird. So like once a new console comes out, they'll definitely start taking out the stock of previous gen games out really fast. So I never really had a lot of GameCube games. I think I can actually name all the GameCube games I had. I had Luigi's Mansion, which I still have. Ouch. Oh, this is a section where you kind of have to camp and use a Visibomb glove. Why do I keep calling it a glove? Because I'm stupid, that's why. Yeah, this is a section where I have to use I have to camp and use the Visibomb, so let's try to do this correctly. I'm getting nervous right now. Okay, so anyway, what I was saying before, I think I can actually name all the GameCube games I've had at the time. I had Luigi's Mansion, I had Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg, Mario Party 7, Wario World? I think that's what it's called. It was a Wario game. And I think that's it. Because at the time I had PS2, so it's mostly PS2 games, including the multiplats. So I was mostly renting GameCube games. I remember I rented I rented Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I'm not doing this right. And it was the WarioWare game that was adapted for GameCube. So let's see what I can do. Let's see. Nope. Forgot to take out a tank. So basically, I am excited for that Mario Thousand Year Door remake that's coming out. I definitely have to pre-order that when I get a chance. Okay, gotta stretch a little bit. Okay. Another game I'm actually interested is that Princess Peach Showtime game too. That looks kind of interesting. From what I can tell, it's basically you can perform all these different actions using specific costumes and such. At least that's what it looked like to me, so I think that's kind of interesting. I wonder if it's going to be anything like well, actually it's not going to be. I was going to say wonder if it's going to be anything like Super Princess Peach from DS. It's probably not. It looks like it's completely original and it's completely using its completely new mechanics and such. So I'm interested in that game. The new WarioWare game looks pretty fun too, but the problem is I'm not really sure if I really want to pick it up or not. Because I love the Game Boy WarioWare games. And even the DS ones too. But the previous WarioWare game that was for Switch, I didn't really like. There's definitely a lot of mini games where it was making use of the motion controls of the Joy-Con. The problem was, it wasn't reading it for me. See, I think like it was the final character, I forget her name. The final character, she had mini games that were making use of more motion controls, and there was a section where the controls were reversed. So I understand it was like the last chapter and it has to be the hardest, but you don't need the motion controls to make, you don't need a mix between motion controls and reversed controls for it to be a challenge. So I think I kind of had that game ruined for me. I didn't really like it. But I hope this new one that's coming out, Move It, I hope they kind of get rid of that and just kind of keep it towards button presses, but from what I've seen from the trailers, it doesn't look like the case. But I don't know, I guess I'll take it. I think I'll just take one more chance on it, just because I really like the series.
You can find one at Bob's Robo Shop just around the corner.
Okay, so here's another camping section. See if they can hit me. Yeah, they could hit me. Let's see what I can do. Luckily, they don't take... if you do get hit, they don't take a lot. Like, they don't take 2 segments of your health. So... get these frogs out of the way. Let's use a Devastator in tank. Actually, I probably shouldn't have done that. Ooh, this section right here. What I am going to do, because it's very iffy for me, I am going to switch to the helipack to make these jumps a little bit more accurate. I know that is probably the dumbest way to do that, but whatever prevents us from having to do this all over again. Rather be safe than have to do 10 minutes of gameplay again. No, that's just a gold bolt. Let's do that. Get him. And nope, yep, 2 more. 2 more guys. Okay, so just checking some settings here. Okay, so anyway. So another game I'm actually kind of on the fence about buying is that new, let's get away from these guys first. Is that new Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl 2 game. Or whatever it's called. The thing about it is, the game does look fun, but you know, I'm personally getting kind of tired of these platformer fighters, because for me, they're all the same. You know, it's just online lag and, you know, bullshit overpowered characters. And the characters that look the most fun to play and are usually the more fair characters are very weak and just have very big disadvantages towards all the other overpowered characters. So that's one reason why I'm kind of deciding if I want to pick it up or not. Because I just feel like it's just going to be the same bullshit like every other platformer fighter. At least from my experience. And I think the price is way too high on it. I think for the PS5 version they want 60. Or I don't even know anymore. I'm not looking at it right now. I could look at it right now. No, they want 50 for a PlayStation version of the game. So I don't want to waste $50 on a game that I feel like I'm not going to play that much. And the thing about it is also that if I did pick up the PlayStation version of the game, I would have to also buy PlayStation Plus. You know, unless some miracle they actually use their brains and let you play it without subscription, but you probably can't. So that's kind of why I was considering maybe playing it on PC. But at the same time, with the PC version, I could do like what I did for the first game and play the game for like 2 hours and kind of get a good idea of what the game is like and then just get a refund on it. But they're making the claim that, you know, oh, this one has a lot more features than the first try. So now it's like, well, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I do want to try out the game, but there's just all these questions I have about the game that I have all these questions and concerns about the game that I just feel like aren't being answered in a proper way. So that's kind of the problem with maybe getting a physical copy, because what I was going to maybe do if I can get a physical copy of the game, I would get the game, unfortunately buy a PlayStation Plus subscription, you know, try to go for the lowest price that they offer, and then when I'm done with the game, just sell it on eBay or something to at least get some of my money back. That was kind of the idea I had, but I'm not sure yet. Because the game does admittedly look fun, even though they did cut a lot of characters out, and I believe they are putting in a very an adventure mode that has a little bit more to it than what I think they're doing. Because yeah, like the game does look really fun, and I do like a lot of the characters they have in the game. Oh, I got hit. I don't think I can do this now. So that's kind of why I wanted to maybe get the game on PC, but I know if I get it on PC, I'm definitely going to go over the limit of how many hours you can have on a game before you can get a refund on it.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Okay, so we are at the direct battle now, the final boss. So, I think what I want to do is I have to be very careful in the first two phases of Drek because the final phase is where he goes all out. This section, these two sections right here are very easy because you can just use the blaster if it lets you, and if you're lucky it'll spawn blaster ammo, but hopefully it doesn't give me ammo I don't need too much, because I can already see that it kind of is. So yeah, see, it's giving me Visibomb ammo. So I'm not saying that Drek is hard, I'm saying it's just, it's very random when it comes to the ammo drop in this section. So that is the first part. Okay, so full ammo on the blaster, so we should be pretty good so far. Get the slingshot. So I don't think these mines go towards you. I think they're just kind of little obstacles. Because yeah, Drek's bomb right here takes them out. Okay, destroys the terrain. More Visibomb ammo. Am I really that low on it? I guess I am. Okay, where'd he go? Okay. Oops. Okay, I have full health. That's really good. 100 and something blaster ammo. More Visibomb ammo. Okay, so how does he do this? See, right here is where the Tesla Claw would be kind of useful. Because the electricity length, the electricity current actually does reach from behind enough to where it does decent damage on him. Let's see here. Do they get sucked up? Okay. They kind of, yeah, they kind of do. I always thought that they never did because they always looked bigger than what the capacity of the cannon could actually hold. I think that's like the one thing I usually forget when I play this game. So, what can I do? I'm out of blaster ammo. I can replace the Visibomb with the flamethrower. It has a name. And try to get some hit on some. guy's running away again. Okay, he's gonna trigger the switch. Come down here. No blaster ammo still. Ah, no, he missed. I think we have to wait for the phase where he drops ammo crates. Can these get sucked up? I wonder now. Yeah, they can. Let's try to aim it at him. I do know that when speedrunners usually do this, they use a European copy of the game where they can kind of clip in the Drek and use the pyrocitor to take out his health a lot faster. It's like some weird glitch thing. So I'm actually not doing that bad. I am nervous though. I am still nervous though, so still have to play very careful. Okay, so now, okay, I was about to say he's now in the air, so there's like a phase where he does that. Okay, let the bomb take out the little gadget bots, little agents of doom. Sub cannon. Okay. So I am definitely making this a lot more harder than it really is, because I kind of am. Because like I said, this would be a really good area for the Tesla Claw. Because with the Tesla Claw, we would have been done by now. So now he's charging. Oh, I thought he was about to stand at the edge of the arena. Okay, so now this is where he kind of stands back. I have no blaster ammo still, so... Okay, I definitely can't do that. I was gonna say I could dodge the bullet, quickly shoot the shoot Drek. Okay, empty out the cannon, get a fresh new, get some new ammo. Let's see here, 32 pyrocitor. I didn't want to do that. Oh my gosh. Okay, here is where he drops ammo, finally. And I'm dying. Got distracted by the pretty ammo boxes, guys. Two health. As long as I don't do anything too stupid. Should be alright. I need him to go lower for this section. But I believe he's done that phase now. Okay, so that's done. I kind of want to play it safe. Shoot all these out. Suck up whatever I can. Okay, these green launchers. Okay. Yeah. I know I'm gonna die. I wonder if I can spam devastation ammo. No, I can't, because you have all these green missiles coming at you now. So you can't really hold still. I know I'm gonna die. I didn't get distracted. I'd be done by now. Oh, we did it. I did it. Alright. Holy shit. I thought I was gonna die by a green missile. So yeah, I definitely made that a lot harder than it really is.
Ratchet?
What's up? You know, this time I am thinking what you're thinking.
And done. Done. It would have been funny if I jumped off the side of the arena and I could have gone, look at me!
This can't.
And I could have done all that all over again. I come on, dude. But yeah, we did it.
Phew, that was close. Clank, you can pull us up now.
The servos in
It's
my
funny
arm
too, because I watched
seem to
someone
be
play this
broken.
game
Broken?
and
As in
they were
all
bad at
time
it,
deaths
just as
broken?
bad as I was.
Yeah.
And they were basically saying that the entire game sucks and you know, he's purposely jumping off of sides of the arenas and jumping off cliffs, obvious cliffs and such that lead to death.
My
And
arm
the
is
entire time he's like, this game sucks, dude.
Ah, you'll be alright.
So that was pretty funny, just because of how bad he was playing.
Hey, tin can! Where do you think you're going? We, still need to fix that arm.
Yep, and that is it. So, this completes the very first Ratchet and Clank game. I am definitely excited to move on to Going Commando. And let's see what I actually have. 13 out of 40 gold bolts, 0 gold weapons of course, and 2 skill points. So yeah. This has been the first Ratchet and Clank game. Definitely moving on to Going Commando as soon as possible. And I am definitely looking forward to that game too. But other than that, yep, thank you for either joining this stream or watching the video. And I will see you on the next stream. And so the next playthrough is definitely going to be here on YouTube again. I think I'm gonna definitely do all these on YouTube. I don't want to go through the process of playing these on Twitch and then moving the video over to YouTube. Just setting everything up through YouTube is definitely a lot easier. So yeah, thank you again for watching the stream or just watching the the on-demand video, and I will see you on the next stream. So, see ya.